It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 32-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
He's got room to roam. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Raiders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Once again, it's Genty. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. You look at this Eagle defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage by Javon Campbell.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down, straight ahead. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Down the right sideline. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Smith now to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. They find some open field here. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down. First down and goal to go.
Great, set. And anyway, hey, easy, 63, back. Delta.
Hurts. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close close to a turnover there in the end zone. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0.
Eagles 21, Raiders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Smith. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 57 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
On
3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Great, set. Right, anyone, huh?
Up the middle with Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 4.
Brings
up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Elliott now to have the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Raiders 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
13 in. Hey, you know this shit. Hey, it's a clip.
Back to throw, Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Smith throwing again. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Geno out to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Play action. It's Smith. Buying time to his left. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, it's Genty. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Gino. That's complete into the hands of Myers. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Gino. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andrew McCouga. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Yeah, he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 38, Hurts. Looking here for Schmidt downfield. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. To throw is Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 14. First down, Las Vegas.
Now it's Smith. Trying to lay one up deep. for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Makuba. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 79 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Hurts to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Raiders take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Carlson now to add the extra point. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Great. Set. Right anyway. Alpha. No touch.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Hurts going to move him around. Second down, here's Barkley again. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis.
Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Smith's pass. Complete to Dante.
Here's Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nolan Smith. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
15-yard loss on the sack.
From the gun, here's Smith. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Smith. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
Intended for Jacoby
Another
Myers.
throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10.
22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of
Ball
9.
right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and a yard.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now second and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for another Eagles.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. try and run for it with Barkley. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith from 3 yards out. And the Eagles look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Raiders 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Smith. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
Now Smith. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. It's Barkley on the counter. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
160 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 16.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Eagles. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that rushing touchdown, number 28 on the year. Just a remarkable number as he draws level with a Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson for the most in NFL history. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Gino now to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Smith's pass intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. There he goes right side. Saquon Barkley. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, look three. You ready to get it up? We're good. Hey, a little look.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Out of the gun, Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Jalen Carter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Gino. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
47-yard line.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 231 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Man